Hello, Bryn.
Hello, Stan. Hello, everyone, and welcome to 8 LinkedIn Miracles.
Yes, looking forward to it. And I'm going to let you run with these for the
Ooh,
most part because they're
okay.
inspired by Hanukkah, which I understand just started.
It did. It started last night. And, as silly as this is, I don't have it up. So I'm going to have you
That's
read it and
okay.
then I'm going to talk about it. But let me just talk for a moment about Hanukkah and what it represents. Well, while it is a minor Jewish holiday, it really is a holiday of freedom and joy, and it is around um, kind of escaping tyrants and having your own freedom to live your life the way that you want to. And I think that it's very important to appreciate the freedoms that we have, and celebrating Hanukkah is one way to do that.
I could not agree more as far as that goes. Yes, I know that at Social Sales Link, we always talk about the importance of relationships
Mhm.
and how primary they are. And so, one of the things about Hanukkah, like uh, certain holidays, is that it gives you a chance to rekindle, renew family relationships, and sometimes new relationships.
Absolutely. I
Now,
want to just share quickly, because I'm using it right now, my Hanukkah gift.
aha,
So I got the new Plod. Are you familiar with this? So this is a recording device that whenever I'm talking, I can turn it on and it will record to AI on my phone so that I can use the content later. So I don't have to go find transcripts. Now, the one thing I have to do is make sure, I mean, we're recording now, so I didn't feel a need to mention it at the top of the hour. But if there's not a recording button or a note taker in the room, I have to really be careful that um, that I mention that we're recording. But it's a very simple. You just hold it down for 3 seconds. It starts. It stops, and I can do it all day long. Isn't that cool?
wow. Boy, oh boy, these different devices, it's interesting because I know OpenAI is working on a new device that not a phone, not a set of glasses. And this is when I hadn't seen this.
Well, this also comes with a magnet. So right now, for those of you that are just listening, I made a necklace because I make jewelry on the side. Because why not? So I made a necklace for it, but it does come with a magnet, so I could just have it come right onto the lapel anywhere that you want. It's
Oh,
so easy. I'm so excited. So already I'm loving it.
good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, I know that the first miracle of Hanukkah that we talk about, and as always, we do have an ebook along with this. And the first miracle that we talk about is the miracle of visibility as it relates to the 8 miracles of LinkedIn, inspired by Hanukkah in this case.
Inspired by Hanukkah, absolutely. So, visibility is so important in a time where AI, anyone can put out content and it's getting loud out there. And so getting visible is really important. And LinkedIn is a place where we can do this. I will say, Kate Payne talks a lot about how PR uh, it's not just about press releases anymore. Like PR is visibility.
Mm.
So when we talk about that, and I'm going to be talking with her on a panel with Lauren Bailey soon, and she's going to talk more about it. So I don't want to attempt to even touch it as her topic, but generally the visibility when it comes to LinkedIn is staying top of mind. you're not, just because you post, that's not necessarily visibility. Visibility is you're engaging with others so that when you post, they care, they look, right? And visibility, we want to make sure that it's for the right reasons, right? You could have visibility
Mhm.
by sharing funny jokes, dad jokes on LinkedIn. You could have visibility by, um, sharing an unrelated Beetle Bailey cartoon, right? You get a lot of visibility. But when it comes to LinkedIn, we want to make sure that our visibility is leading to business opportunities or business conversations. Notice I didn't say leading with, it's
Mm.
leading to. So visibility that that's relevant and brings value, and that doesn't come with just posting, it comes with engaging and commenting as well.
Yes. Yeah. So true. So, as you said, your visibility does need to be linked to how you're positioning yourself as a resource and the value that you actually bring. That there is a place for entertainment, but that should be a minor part of how people see you.
Yep, and your entertainment should be entertainment that you'd be okay talking about in an office environment.
Yes. Yes. Very true. Very true. Good. Well, number two, we talk about the miracle of timing, which is related to what you were just talking about, because you did mention consistency and showing up often. And one of the wonderful things about LinkedIn is that when you do post consistently, potential buyers who may have an interest in your solution are usually not ready to purchase when you first connect with them. However, if they see you over a period of time, when they do reach that point, you want to be top of mind, and posting consistently can help. Any thoughts on that, Brent?
Yeah, I love that. And I'm going to pop over to my buddy David Newman, who talks about you need to have not all your content, but you need a lot of content that's sharing insights that interest them before they know they need your services or before they're looking for a solution that you offer,
Mm,
so that you are engaging with them early in the process, early in the mindset. So, you know, when I worked with him, gosh, he was the first sales marketing person I hired when I started my own business. And I had to think in deeply, like, what is happening right before people need us.
mm,
So there's a few things. We just bought sales navigator licenses, right?
yeah,
We just had sales training. We just hired a new sales leader. So those were things, right? So notice it's not about LinkedIn yet, which is
yeah,
what we, right? Well, I guess Sales Navigator is, but it would be, potentially what to do in the first 90 days of your Sales Navigator licenses. And we give that away. So think about, timing is about their timing, not yours.
so true, because so many sales people want to make it about their timing
Right.
and the timing of their sales process and what they need to do to close the quarter and hit quota, whereas your buyer doesn't care about any of that.
That is true.
So, very true. Um, the next is the miracle of connection.
You go first because I'm
Once
going
again,
to rant.
definitely related to relationships, which we have touched on. LinkedIn, at least as far as I know, Brent, is the largest professional network in the world. Yeah, there are over a billion people. I can't think of another professional network larger than LinkedIn.
Yes.
And the opportunity to make new connections Someone may visit your profile because someone else mentioned you to them. Um, Someone may see your content. You may see someone else's content. And you never know what can happen from a simple connection on LinkedIn to someone you would have never met otherwise. And that's one of the exciting things about the platform is that it, the risk of being trite, it expands your world.
Yeah, I don't think that's trite. I think it might be a common phrase that's under leveraged. Is how I might say that. It is world expanding. It is network expanding. So why do I love LinkedIn and why is LinkedIn the miracle of this? You touched on this a little bit, but the reason connections on LinkedIn are so important are because you not only can engage in a way that's meaningful to them, but you can build a network based on your network. Right? LinkedIn has the first degrees and then the second degrees. So I could identify a few people Stan knows that I want to get in front of and say, hey, Stan, I'd love to meet these people. What do you think? And he can either make introductions or give me permission to name drop. And I can grow my network very purposefully and with high credibility. And I can start conversations with a high level of trust. Now they're going to go check out your profile before they take your call. They're going to vet you. So, what does your profile look like? What does that content look like? And they're going to decide whether or not you are worth that conversation. But LinkedIn allows them to do that vetting, and you can use your social proximity to meet the right people.
Yes, and it's funny. We're going to come to proximity shortly.
I always do it. I
That,
always do that. I jump ahead, my friend.
yes, it all fits together though.
Okay.
We did have one question, which is more of a technical question, um, saying this is cool. You have to love technology, and where did you purchase it? We are using Restream. I'm assuming that's the technology that if this is someone watching right now.
Well, we can't see your name. You're in a private mode. So if you want to tell us who you are and put a link to your profile, we will connect with you afterwards.
Good deal. Now, number 4 is the miracle of generosity. And in this context, we're talking about generosity in the sense of being able to share value without expecting anything in return.
Mm.
And on LinkedIn, that's usually going to take the form of content that you share that's relevant and helpful to your audience. It can also take the form of introductions because LinkedIn's a great platform for making introductions, in part because, Brenda, what you just mentioned about profiles. People can, when you make an introduction, people can immediately see each other's LinkedIn profiles
Mm-hmm.
and learn about a little bit about each other before they start the conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome. You covered that. We can go to the next one. You totally nailed it.
Good deal. Generosity we love. Now, the next one is proximity.
Well, I'll recap. LinkedIn is one of the most powerful tools because you can map out your social proximity. Who do you know that knows who you want to know? But let's also share reverse. Who do you know that your network wants to know? Right? So now we'll go back to generosity. So bring it all together, right? So generosity and social proximity, right? So we want to make sure that not only are we asking for referrals, but we're giving them too.
Yes, yep, exactly. And LinkedIn does make it so easy to do that. And
Can I share a side tip on this?
Sure.
This is something we've been doing a lot lately, which is teaching folks how to search their exact ICP, ideal client profile, on LinkedIn. So it's not exact. It's based on the filters that the free LinkedIn gives you, right? So what you go up to the search bar, you type in it's now kind of AI-ish. So you can say, I'm looking for owners and CEOs of companies in SaaS, right? And then it'll give you a big list, and then you can choose some filters like first degree and location, and we already said industry there. However you play with that. Now there's relationship, and if you click first degree, you will get a list of all the people you are connected that meet that criteria. Now the beautiful thing is that URL is universal, meaning you can take that URL and send it to anyone. And when they click on it, they will see the list of people they know that you want to meet. So what I'm going to do, middle of this, is I'm going to invite you I think it's third Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We have be a guest to our coaching open office hours at socialsaleslink.com/events. We will help you build yours. This is so powerful for leveraging social proximity. And we're going to teach you how to teach your networking partner how to do it as well.
Yes, that is such a powerful tip. And it a lot of times it takes people a minute to get their head around, wait a minute, I can share a URL with someone. When they open it, it will show them who I would like to meet, that they're directly connected to.
Correct. And it is, sometimes you have to see it, and it's really hard on a podcast to see it. Exactly. So come join us, socialsaleslink.com/events every third Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern. You are invited to be our guest to coaching.
Awesome. Great. Number 6 is the miracle of conversation, of course, which is what we've been doing all along here. But conversation, was it Covey who talked about listening?
Yeah, I think what you're saying is if in a conversation you listen 80% of the time, they say you're a great conversationalist. Is that the one?
Yes, and it's kind of listen first to learn before listening to figure out how you're gonna respond.
Oh wait, okay, let's that's a great line. Let's clarify it. Say it again.
So listening to learn as opposed to listening to think about how you're going to respond to what's being said.
I love that. Listening to learn, not listening to respond. That is so great. And I'll tell you, it's interesting. I've been working with some college students, just friends of, kids of friends that are looking at, applying for jobs. And we're just having a conversation. And one of the biggest challenges they have in their interview process is, they've practiced so much, they know what they want to say, and they miss what they've been asked. And so that is such a great line. I love that. It helps them in interviews. It helps you in client conversations or networking conversations.
Yeah. So we always talk about authentic engagement and having good conversations. Now, number 7 is the miracle of influence, which we've touched on a little bit in terms of just visibility and being visible for the right reasons, and then being consistent with the content that you post, which helps raise your level of visibility and credibility.
Absolutely.
But I see one of the great takeaways here is thought leadership is not about volume. It's about clarity and intention.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really wonderful about LinkedIn is it does level the playing field, right? So you can become a micro influencer, but it's not going to just be from that thought leadership. It's going to happen from engaging. So becoming an influencer or a micro influencer in your industry is about, and that goes back to conversation. It's about 2 ways, right? It's not just about you posting what you want them to know. It's about posting, first of all, what they want to consume, and then engaging on their content and with other influencers. Some of my best connections have come from me engaging with other influencers in the industry, in the sales training industry. We had a client for a long time that we got because I met her through engaging on Mark Hunter's content, and it became a real conversation. And then I invited her to a free coaching, and we worked with her for a long time, and she's doing great. So those. So it's not just about you being an influencer,
Mhm.
but engaging with other influencers. Now, be careful. I can't say this enough. Do not poach your competitors' people. Find parallel influencers. Like, I would not jump into Daniel Disney. I mean, I would go in and compliment Daniel Disney on content and what he's doing, but I would never like go in with the intention to start conversations with the people engaging on his content, because it would feel icky, right? I, I might engage with the purpose of elevating Daniel's voice,
Mhm.
but not in a prospecting mindset, right? But Jeb Blunt, who doesn't do LinkedIn, or Mark Hunter, who doesn't do LinkedIn, but they're attracting the people that also need it, right? They're in sales training. So find your parallel people, your parallel influencers. When you engage enough, share their podcasts. You can search. Oh my gosh, this is crazy because I could go on tangents forever, right? You can go in and identify through LinkedIn search in the free followers of those
Mhm.
influencers and followers of those influencers where you already have a connection. So you could go grab Meredith Elliott Powell, um, podcast on Thrive, and share it in the inbox with the 27 people you're connected to that already follow her. But it's about elevating her insights to start those conversations.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is super powerful. And it's funny, number 8 is the miracle of momentum, which relates to everything that we've been talking about,
Mhm.
because it speaks to the fact that small actions done consistently build momentum over time. So it's not about posting 10 times one week and nothing the rest of the month. It's just doing a little bit at a time, over time, consistently, that builds momentum and you start to see results.
I love that. There is a flywheel effect to a lot of this, right?
Mhm.
But I'm going to share, and this kind of piggybacks on what you were saying. You need to slow down your outreach to speed up the outcome. There is a little bit of a volume play right now, though. And I'm playing with this. So, how do we use AI and our voice for volume? FAQs. So if you are using a note taker, and one of the things like I talked about early on that my Hanukkah present was a Applaud recorder, which is so exciting. Capture your voice, capture if you're in Teams and you've got Copilot going, record, grab transcripts from Zoom. We use Sybil.ai for note taker, which transcribes it pretty quickly and incredibly accurately. Then you can put that, and in Sybil, it has its own AI where I can actually just but I will say, pull out the relevant questions clients asked, these people asked on this call, and my answers that would translate into generic content for other people in a similar industry. And like I could have a 30-minute call with someone and I might get 3 or 4 FAQs. Now I want to genericize it. I don't, so I might say, a client in manufacturing asked this question, or a client in SaaS with, a 30-person sales team asked this question. So, and then here was my answer. And I'm absolutely loving, like, calling it out as FAQs. Now, I have not done it on volume. I've done a little bit now. You'll see on LinkedIn. I've done a lot more on Substack, but you can schedule these. And that's what's incredibly valuable is you can take those 3 or 4 and schedule them. So you can get volume and you could get really relevant volume. Oh, we got a nice little message from David Gonzalez. I found by interacting daily, it helps get my name out. Nothing huge, just steady, small engagement. Some of these interactions have gained over 30,000 impressions. That's incredible. And it's great now when you comment, only you see it, but you can see how many impressions your comment is getting. And I don't know, maybe that's under a year that's been out there, but it's really kind of cool. So, David, thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Do we hit it all?
We hit it all. We did all 8. And yep. So as always, this has been great. It's amazing how many things you can tie LinkedIn in with, because so many things are about relationships.
I love that.
Doing that.
And whether you celebrate Hanukkah or not, we wish you all the miracles of LinkedIn and beyond.
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Can we do this? Let's try it. Ready? Well, first of all, wait, go. Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. Bob does this so well. Go like and engage and review our podcast. Come, what does he say? What? Come join us for our socialsaleslink.com/events. Come join us every third Thursday at 1:00 Eastern. And I'm just going to throw out my new Brynne.ai, BRYNNE.ai is live. You can use her for 7 days. But here's the cool thing is I'm doing it through a company called Fuel, myfuel.io. But go through my thing and you'll get 7 days for free. So, which is Brynne.ai. But people like Meredith Elliott Powell and Merrick Rosenberg and Chris Beal, like some of the most amazing sales and marketing expert voices and beyond, business voices. And they have meditation too. Like you have access, use my link and you'll have access to all of those people for 7 days. And it's just like Brynne ChatGPT. And it pulls from all of our training and coaching. But okay. Ready, Stan?
So cool. Yep.
When you are out and about, don't forget to make your sales
social.
Ooh, we did it.